Welcome back. You're still watching the conversation coming to you from TV360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name remains Nesne Kujumi, while I have with me via Zoom Comrade Benga Sholoki. We are now going to look at the latest attempt by the Revenue Mobilization and Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, to review the salaries and emoluments of public office holders. And under law, the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission is empowered to review the salaries of the following categories of persons. These are the governors, the deputy, the president, the vice president, governors, deputy governors, commissioners, ministers, local government chairmen, as well as the councillors. And this attempt to review these salaries and emoluments of public office holders has drawn reactions from Nigerians, with some calling it insensitive because of the economic realities. Well, as much as I want to agree that we have economic challenges, which is a global phenomenon, I don't agree that institutions of state that are set up to perform statutory responsibility should abdicate that responsibility because of X, Y, considerations. Because in the exercise of their function as stipulated in law, there's no provision for them to put that into consideration. The law authorizes, or gives them the power to review salaries and emoluments of public office holders. And if in carrying out this responsibility, they now take into consideration so many factors. Because when we are talking about review, it's either upward or downward, and we don't even know the percentage where the review will be. So I don't agree with those who feel because they are elected office holders, so their salaries and emoluments should not be taken. The body responsible for reviewing it should not perform its responsibility. I totally disagree.
Well, I will take your position because of the review ought to have been done long time ago.
The last time was in 2008.
To perform their responsibility, law should not even take it personal. We should not take it against them. We should rather support them and also make our inputs known. We are not even sure whether it's going to be a downward review or upward review. So what we should look at the reality on ground. If they want to go upward or if they want with the economic challenges that we are going through. So by and large, RMAFC has the responsibility to do it, and I will ensure that wherever I am, will canvass that support should be extended to them to do their legitimate responsibility. No matter what, those who are also shouting, they place political interest above the patriotic interest, because most of these things are by their political interest, not their patriotic zeal. So, by and large, RMAFC has the responsibility, and law places the responsibility of that review on them. I see no reason why anybody should also go against that, because it is the law. Like now, if they go downward, are we going to applaud them? If they go upward, are we going to applaud them? So let them carry out their assignment as enshrined in the law.
Yes, like the chairman of RMAFC rightly said, and I quote him now, that is, I'm talking of Alhaji Mohammed Shehu. He disclosed that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu earns 1.5 million naira monthly, while ministers receive less than 1 million. And according to him, the present earnings is inadequate, unrealistic, and outdated in the face of rising responsibilities and economic challenges. And he stated that You cannot pay a minister less than 1 million naira per month since 2008 and expect him to put his best without necessarily being involved in some other things. What the RMAFC is going to do now is that they are going to review the salaries and emoluments of the category of public office holders in line with socio-economic realities. The Nigerian Labour Congress, in its character, has kicked against it. This was a Labour Congress that we all fought for, that we were on the same page with regards to the review of public sector workers with regards to the minimum wage. Because under law, the minimum wage is supposed to be reviewed every 5 years. And when we were in default of the arrears by, I think, about a year or so, I think that was during the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2018, we were on the same page, crying, shouting ourselves hoarse. And we also saw, after that 2018, we saw the review of their salaries and emoluments in 2023, 2024. Just about 5 years under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the new administration. And today we can see that provision of our law is being, adhered to. So if the RMAFC is going to perform its constitutional functions, I don't see anything wrong in it. It is the role assigned it by the Constitution. If anybody has any misgivings about the commission carrying out its role, I think that person or the group of people should approach the National Assembly and ask for that for the RMAFC to be abrogated. And even in reviewing the salaries and emoluments, the RMC has also told us that they are going to review the allocation distribution between the 3 tiers of government. That is between the federal, the state, and the local government. So when persons come out to say, oh, they should not do it because some categories of persons are involved, I agree with Comrade Sholoki in totality that it is majorly based on political consideration and not in the interests of the country. So when groups or persons come out and start, attacking the RMAFC for carrying out the responsibility assigned by it to law, we should come out and tell them, no, we disagree. This body has been set up by law to perform a statutory function, and we must encourage it to ensure that it does not violate the law, because we all say everybody is equal before the law, even institutions of state. Institutions of state must not be allowed, because they are institutions of state, to abdicate their responsibility and violate the laws of the land. So the RMAFC is in line with the constitutional responsibility assigned to it to review the salaries of these categories of persons. People in private sector, RMAFC does not have any business with them. Civil servants, RMAFC does not have any business with their salaries and emoluments. But the elected or appointed public service holders, the RMAFC has a responsibility to fix, or review their salaries and emoluments. So I think absolutely the RMAFC is in the step they are taking is in the right direction, and they must be encouraged, to continue in that line. If at the end of the day the RMFC have reviewed the salaries and emoluments of public office holders, and we have misgivings about that, we can now come out and say, no, this is how we feel about it. But that body, that commission, must be allowed to carry out its job. And in carrying out its job, it's not going to sit in a room. They are going to take, experts' views, submissions in arriving at a realistic salaries and emoluments. Because in 2023, when they attempted to, review that salaries and emoluments, they had to put a halt to it because of the socio-economic realities. So it is not that this commission is impervious to socio-economic realities or to the sensitivity of Nigerians. I don't agree if anybody is trying to, toe that line in blackmailing them. Well, this is how far I want to go on the conversation today. I've had beautiful conversation with Comrade Gbenga Soloki. Till we come your way again next time, please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. Have a great day and bye-bye.